What's happening, good people? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you are living fantastic. I am here right now at a mastermind that I get a chance to meet many different people throughout walks of life. I get a chance to meet people who are exceptional at what they do. Destination, what's going on? Tag somebody in here because I'm going to talk to you guys about destinations and doorways. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you about destinations and doorways. Somebody put that down in the chat. Destinations and doorways. Mr. NY to the heart, what's going on? I am Smoke, what's happening? Welcome everybody. We're at this mastermind, and so I want to kind of talk to you guys. Moises, what's happening? Welcome. I wanted somebody put down in the chat destinations and doorways. I want to talk to you guys about that today because I think it's important that we are thinking about how this actually relates and works in our own lives. I want us all to think about how are we going to get to the next step, right? How are you going to take that next step when it comes to building your side business? How are you going to take that next step to getting, the thing that you want by the end of the year? How are you going to take that next step? What is the play? What is the plan? How are you going to get there? Like, I think sometimes we don't ask ourselves enough of the right questions. We ask a lot of questions, but sometimes asking ourselves the right questions can create the next step. So that's right. Destination 808. I love it. Destination and doorways. That's what this conversation is about. So this is for you. Tag some of your friends. I want you to make sure that they get this, because this is probably going to help so many people. I'm at this mastermind. There's a ton of people here. We're enjoying big, beautiful home. All the good friends here. We're about to have lunch up here on the corner. Actually, back there is actually the Vegas Strip. So got a lot going on here. But anyway, let me talk to you about destinations and doorways, okay? So in life, there are two things that are going to happen. Well, there's two types of people you will always run into, okay? And this is always going to happen every single person that you meet, that you interact with, okay? They're either a doorway or that person is a destination. Let me explain. If someone is a doorway, they tend to be the person that you having a relationship with them might not be the necessary key. There might be limitations. There might be, you met somebody and they were really cool, but they didn't really know a lot to be able to help you get to where you were actually trying to go, right? They're a good relationship. They're good friends. You might hang out every now and then. You might get a chance to talk to them, but they're not necessarily the person that can help you take the next step. And so here's what you do when you run into people who are doorways. First of all, you've got to open the door. I know that sounds like, well, Chris, okay, that's simple. No, let me explain to you what I mean. You got to open the door. So if the people who are doorways don't know that you're trying to go somewhere, if the people that are doorways in your life don't know your actual intent and purpose, if the people in your life who are doorways, if they don't understand that you actually have a direction. In fact, people who are doorways should get so sick of you talking about where you're trying to go, right? Like, people who are doorways should start to take offense to the fact that every time they run into you, you're talking about what you're trying to get done. People who are doorways, they can be actually extremely helpful. And the reason why people who are doorways can be helpful is because those who are doorways tend to know something or know someone. Okay? People who are doorways, they know something or they know someone. If this is helping y'all right now to understand people who are doorways, just put a fire emoji down in the chat. Just say it's helping. Just say it's helping. Let me know it's helping. But I want us to think about this. Like, if someone's a doorway in your life, and by the way, that doesn't make them bad. That doesn't mean that they can't help you or you should get away from them. No, let me tell y'all something. We walk through doors every single day. A doorway is absolutely helpful, right? Doorways are great, right? Doorways help us get into the next rooms that we want to be in. So doorways is not a bad thing. You just got to understand that some people can't help you get where you're trying to go, but they know something or they know somebody. And here's the other cool part about doorway people in your life. And in fact, here's what I want you to do. If they're a doorway, I want you to write down those names on a piece of paper. Do it today. Like, if you got people in your life that you spend time with that you know, or people that you connected to through your side business or whatever the case may be, I want you to write down their names. Like, actually have their names written down so that you can identify people who are doorways. And it's not a bad thing that they're a doorway. Maybe they're just very well connected, right? And doorway people can help you, put you in touch with the people that can help you get where you're trying to go. Like I said, doorway people should get sick of you talking about where you're trying to go. Doorway people are like, okay, here she come again. Here come destination again. She's got something that she's trying to get done. Okay, I know I hear her talk about it all the time. But let me tell you what you do with doorway people, because doorway people can open the doors to other folks. The thing you got to understand about doorway people is that behind the door is the connection that you actually need. It's always about what's behind the door, right? When you on your way home from work, the beautiful thing about you going home is that you know what's behind that door. You know your bed is behind that door, right? You know your kids are behind that door. The things that you value most are behind that door. So why wouldn't you want to walk through that door, right? Because if you're like me, I'm always excited to go home because I'm on the road sometimes, right? And I like getting home, right? So you look forward to going home. So you look forward to walking through that doorway. When you are at the airport, right? You look forward to getting off that plane, right? It's the doorway to get off the plane. There are doorways all around us, but some people are also doorways. They're very well connected throughout the world, throughout whatever the case may be. And so doorway people are extremely important in your life. Okay, so it's really important to understand it. Now, let me explain destination people. So when we talk about doorway people are the entrance to other people, other assets, other folks, right? But destination people are actually going somewhere. The greatest thing about having destination people in your life is that destination people are like having a train that continues to add carts to the train, and all of a sudden the train just gets longer and longer, and you can start to create momentum. So I want you today also write down the people who are destination people, meaning they're driven, they're vision, they know where they're going. They're doing everything they can every single day to get there. Every time you talk to them, you ask them where they're going, this is where they're going. They know exactly how they're trying to get there, and they're only talking to the people that's going to help them get there. They're destination people. Are you a destination person? Let me know down in the comments. Are you a destination person? Are you a destination person? If you are, let me know down in the comments. Meaning you know where you're trying to go. You know between now and the end of the year, you know exactly what you want to get done. You know exactly what you want to create. You know exactly the stuff that you want to finish up. Like, you know what it is. You already know. You already started dreaming and analyzing what 2024 is going to be like. You're a destination person. You know where you want to be. You just might not always know how you're going to get there. Here's the crazy part. Destination people and doorway people both use a whole ton of leverage and faith. Destination people have to have faith to take the next step. Doorway people can lead you to the next step. And they both are very, very important to have in your life. There's none greater than the other. It's just that you have destination people and you have doorway people. And guess what? They are both valid and extremely necessary in your life. Valid and extremely necessary in your life. So you got to start asking yourself the question, all right, who in my life is a doorway person? Make sure you write that down this week. Write down who are the people that are in my life that are doorway people. And then I want you to write down the next list. Who are the people that are driven, that are committed, that every time I talk to them, they already know where they're going. And they're not concerned about what it's going to take to get there. They're willing to pay the cost to get where they're trying to go because they're destination people. Write those people down today. And what I want you to realize is, no matter how long the list is or how short the list is, You've got to cultivate those relationships. And for every new relationship that you build, you have to ask yourself a question. Are they a doorway person or are they a destination person? Which one are they? And guess what? If you're running into a lot of doorway people, you're in good space. Because because here's the thing. The more you talk to doorway people, the more they understand that, oh, this person is trying to get there. Guess what they're going to do? They're always going to remember you. There's this gentleman. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all know Darnell Self. Yeah, he's in the room too.
What's going on, superstars?
Listen, man, it's kind of crazy, but you know what, Darnell?
Yes, sir.
So I'm talking to everybody about two different people. We were in the mastermind, and it hit me the other day that there's two different versions of people. There's doorway people and destination people.
Yeah.
Doorway people can connect you to the right person.
Yep.
They're extremely valuable because they know somebody. They're well connected. They're different things. Destination people are like yourself. They're driven. They know exactly where they're trying to go. But they also know you also need a doorway person.
That's right.
You need to keep that going.
That's right.
And so what are some of the things that you've done, Darnell, in your life to make sure that, like, you understand when a person is a doorway person, and you also understand when you're working with somebody that's like, I was telling them, it's like a train, right? The reason why trains get momentum is because destination people keep connecting and keep connecting and keep, all of a sudden you got a massive movement rolling, right? Like, what have you been able to do to be able to make sure that you're always connected to people, whether they're a doorway person for your life or they're a destination person and you all are going in the same direction?
Yeah, I mean, when you first meet somebody, it's basically a positional relationship.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Because you know them as Mr. Such and Such, Dr. Such and Such, right? An engineer. So they're introduced by title. You know who this person is? They're a leader in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're the GOAT in this.
Yeah.
And so there's position. Right? And so that influence they have is based on the position, based on what they've achieved at that position. Yeah. Sometimes even at a job, right? Oh, that's my supervisor. That's all you know them at that point, right? So you're only following because of the position.
That's right.
You don't even know another reason to follow.
Right.
But then later on, you start to gain this permission level. And the permission level comes because you built a relationship.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Permission to say things that you couldn't have said before because they would have received it the wrong way.
That's right. Yeah.
They wouldn't have followed. They would be upset. But
I call it relational equity.
That's
you
exactly
build up that relational equity to a point to where I can withdraw some of that equity,
exactly
right? Just like
exactly,
a home.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so what I've done is work really hard at the permission level.
Wow.
Because then I'm able
Interesting.
I'm able to ask for certain things. I'm able to say, hey, we should connect on this. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Because now we understand our hearts. We understand I'm not here to drain you of anything.
Great point.
Right?
Great
I'm
point.
here because of reciprocity.
Great
I believe
point.
in win-win scenarios, not win-lose. So, but they don't know that at first. You're just a position. They're like,
right.
people don't trust you. Like, I don't know. Especially you've been burned before, hurt before,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Stepped on
true.
before.
That's
People
true.
have, legitimately. So it's okay if people feel like that. But you got to earn that.
You gotta earn it. That's
You know what I
a
mean?
good
You gotta earn that. So that just takes some time. And as you talk about, the average freight train is a mile long. It's 90 cars to 120 cars. And when the engineer, if it's going 55 miles per hour, if the engineer hits the emergency brake, it still takes a mile before
Oh
it can
my
stop.
God.
It takes 1 mile.
Whoa.
One whole mile before it stops. And that's what freight train momentum is about. And so I've just connected cars.
Oh my God.
Once you get momentum going, it's hard to stop that train.
It's hard to stop that
It's
train.
hard to stop that train, man. So I'm here because I'm gaining more momentum. I'm always gaining more momentum because the pace of the pack is determined by the pace of the leader. So I can't expect the team to move faster if I'm not moving faster.
Great point.
You know what I mean? So I'm here to figure out, okay, how do I reinvent Darnell Self to get to my next level? Otherwise, it feels good when you start making a lot of money.
Right.
It feels good when you could travel. And people are like, oh, it must be easy for you because you make a lot of money. No, it's harder for you because you don't actually have to do it anymore.
How about that?
Yeah.
How?
You know what I mean?
How
like
about
most
that?
folks who make a whole lot of money, they were like, if I ever get to that place, I'm gonna be on an island, be retired. So to get yourself still to move,
Man.
you know what I mean? You got to reinvent yourself because now there's more you want to do, more you want to
Yeah,
give. You know what I mean?
yeah.
More you want to become.
Good point.
For your kids and
Good
those who
point.
are watching you. So,
Man,
that's it.
listen, man, listen. Every time I keep trying to tell y'all, like, the reason why you need to be in a position in life where you can be exposed to these people is because at the end of the day, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of people that you know and the experiences that you have. So I want you to realize that no matter what you're doing, no matter who you're talking to, in fact, I'm gonna give y'all some homework. Today, what I want you to do, I want you to go do what I said to do. Go write down a list of all your destination people. Go write down a list of all your doorway people. And what I want you to do is just to start to say, okay, I need to cultivate these relationships. How valuable is this working? What does this look like for me? How can I improve on this part? What things do I need to do? And listen, don't take a long time to make the most impact in your own life. Don't take a long time. Don't take a long time to get this done. Because the longer that you take to get it done, listen, you end up in a position where you lose the momentum, right? You just heard Darnell Self just talk about the fact that, listen, when you start putting them trains together and then it starts taking off, it's hard to stop it. You've got to start building the momentum. Start writing down the destination people in your life and the doorway people in your life. Now listen, go take some serious massive action. Go get it done. Go listen to the Grow Your Side Business podcast. Got a new fire episode that dropped on Monday. You don't want to miss it. Love y'all. I'll catch y'all soon.